So everything starts with you. And when I say they've been waiting on the American gods to turn on, because everyone follows us, whether we in our higher state or when we in our lower state. Stop. Close it. We're in our higher state or our lower state. So everything is going to come back to doing the work of the heart. And when we do the work of the heart, we're not going to flip the pantheons and stories. Because, let me give you an example. If Sophia committed an act, and she did this act without her counterpart, and she created something because she was curious of looking at the archons and said, oh, I can do that. I want to create that. But after she created the act, she turned her head away. And then she looked back and she built a throne of clouds and then set him on there. Algebra. So even if she made a mistake and she called herself hiding it, and if you know the story, it tells you that she hid it from everyone except for the Holy Spirit, which we'll know as the Shekinah glory, the great mother. So ain't much by that being said, I'm quoting a story that tells you that Sophia is not even much the great mother. You see how everything can be twisted? See, when you're really doing the work of the heart, you're going to tell it like it's supposed to be told. Like it's supposed to be told. Excuse me. It tells you right then, she's not even much the great mother. But most push that. This is not doing the work of the heart. It has nothing to do with your experience, your traumas. And don't get me wrong, I understand because it runs deeper than what we experiencing in this cycle right now. Regardless of your so-called age, it goes deeper. And it goes deeper because of what we created and what's been transpiring after all that. This is why many of us have to come back, do the work, do the hard work. And a lot of us have a problem with we thinking we can skip. There's no skipping classes. This is why you have to go through that human experience. What I mean by that, let me take this, use this quote from Biden. You know, all of us, regardless of who you are or the age, if you're a teenager, you're older, you're 20, you're 30, 40, so forth. All of us have seen nice cars. Ooh, I like that car. That car drives by, you see the shell. Oh, I like it. You see the inside. Oh, I'm from Texas. We like them. Oh, they got the peanut butter inside. It's looking nice. Oh, it got the gadgets. I can Bluetooth my phone. Oh, some of you can do Facebook on. But what makes that move? What makes it tick? That battery, that fuel. And when you understand the battery is carbon, you understand fuel comes from carbon, you understand the combustion, that would be that spark in that fuel is your desire. Whether your desire, just like for the car, the same desire to make you want to do that hard work, that make you need to do what you need to do on this journey, all that will make you understand who and what you are. Because we are the all, we're everything. And when you go universal to the underworld, God, you will start to understand. Yes. You cannot rise without doing the work of the heart. So you have to understand who you are. And that black dot, let me show you what that would be like your venom. You remember the movie of the chick that played Lucy? Not a little after that movie, they had another movie showing you that soul and how they flipped it like it's supposed to be kind of sci-fi to want to be scary at the same time, where she had to use skin. She had to use skin to put on. Yeah. That's that divine black dot. It's that divine black dot. See, everyone want to be resurrected, but no one wants to go to the underworld. Within. As in the code, it told you those of the underworld was nobles. How all that's been flipped. Just as I say, when it comes to divine masculines, when a divine masculine really do the hard work, and that divine masculine starts to tap into his feminine, this is when that divine masculine start going through the mystery school. Let that sink. As I said, when that divine masculine really taps into his feminine and start doing the work of the heart, he truly started going through the mystery school. And how do you know? He becomes a nurturer. He becomes one that talk it, that walks it like he talk it. And he walks in metaphysics. He doesn't consider the feminine as a beast. Because if you look at anything of horror movies, you have to look beyond that. And if you haven't got beyond that, because that also comes into what we have been taught, that she's the beast. But if you can't look beyond that and see the beauty, then you really haven't did the work of the heart. She's beyond the beast, the dark mother. Because if you really understand what happened in that story of the great mother, how the children, the gods, flipped on her, even if you understand the work, the story of Zoe that you know, AKA is Eve, you will have an understanding. Yeah. Zoe, AKA Eve, which was Sophia's daughter. See, when you start to understand these pantheons, this occult thing, then you will go further. Because everything in there is flipped. But you got to understand who you are. And you will see all through it if you really tapped in here and here. Yeah. It will make sense. But everything starts with the hard work.